Good evening and welcome to Queensborough Community College. Our second basketball doubleheader game is Bronx Community College against your very own Queensborough Community College Tigers. The National Junior College Athletic Association Region 15 and Queensborough promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Negative comments, profanity, racist, sexist, or other abusive comments or actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or a team representative will not be tolerated and are grounds from the removal from the facility. Queensborough thanks you for your support and your cooperation. And now the starting lineup for the Bronx Community College Broncos. Number 1, Brian Barrios. Number 3, Jayden Pierce-Baez. Number 5, Johan Almonte. Number 25, David Cambiando. Number 31, Carlos Morris. The assistant coaches for the Broncos, Jason Joseph, Evander Ford, Damian Broadwater, Lamont Watson, Warren Thompson, and the head coach is Sean Kelly. And now the starting lineup, your very own Queensborough Community College Tigers. From Lowell High School, number 23, Jordan Chateau. From Benjamin Cardoza High School, number 33, Sven Hunt. From Benjamin Cardoza High School, number 2, Joshua Lee. From Floresville High School, number 20, Eric Light. From Flushing High School, number 3, Vivian Shrestha. The assistant coaches for the Tigers, Colin Williams, Irvin Nichols, Teron Simpson, and the head coach is Clarence Amengo.
This is QCC alum David Russell along with Joe Massey. Queensborough about to take on the Bronx. Starting 5 for the Broncos, Brian Barrios, Jayden Pierce-Baez, Johan Almonte, David Campibongo, Carius Morris. They are coached by Sean Kelly. Queensborough starting 5, Joshua Lee, Bibin Shrestha, Eric Light, James Wills, and, Jordan Chateau and Sven Hunt. They are coached by Clarence Amengo.
Well, you said it all right at the top. Queensborough taking on Bronx, and when they take on Bronx, they have to be on top of their game, David.
Even playing a great game does not guarantee a win against the Bronx.
No, doesn't, but I would say you can pull one out if you do.
Yeah. Lee puts Queensborough up 5 seconds in. Joshua Lee with the good aggressive play.
And who can forget where they last ended up in the championship game against of the CUNY anyway.
A lot of passing on this first possession, but that shot is no good. Campibago had the look. Lee is called for traveling.
Trying to make that move in a hurry, but slid on the regular surface here, not the Titan surface.
Bronx Broncos were the CUNY champions in 2011, 2012, and 2013. They made the CUNY title game in 2014, but lost to Hostos. As that 3 is no good, and it will go to Queensborough. Last touch by Morris. First minute of play, the Tigers leading the Broncos 2-0. Chateau to Lee. Inside, Hunt misses off glass. Broncos running. The 3-pointer is no good. And there's a rebound and the shot is blocked, but a foul is called.
They're going in there and getting that rebound was Campilano, and he got fouled trying to take it back up.
First foul on Joshua Lee.
I hope I said that right. Capilano.
An air ball on the free throw. Queensborough crowd lets them know it.
We've seen a few of them tonight on the free throws.
Yeah. I think
the women's game.
I think the free throw shooting in this game will be better. Has to be better. There you go. He splits the free throws. It's 2-1.
It can't help but be better.
Yeah.
Yes.
And there's a turnover.
Falling down, he got the ball away.
Almonte misses. That would have given the Broncos their first lead. Here's Queensborough the other way. Joshua Lee. Lee puts it in off glass. It's 4-1. Joshua Lee with all 4 points for the Tigers early on. Almonte left his feet to make a pass, and then he gets it back himself. Then goes on the floor for it, and then throws it away.
This is obviously going to be a game of momentum also, and Queensborough has to keep it at a high intensity.
And that's thrown away. And then a miss and a tip-in counted on the foul. Morris put it in.
The Broncos have gotten more athletic over the years, and they continue to stay on that pace, bringing in good players with their recruiting.
Tied at 4. Morris with the three-point play. Bibin Shrestha up ahead. Chateau puts it in off glass. And Queensborough goes right back up 6-4. Almonte to Pierce Baez. Almonte. Fake. They still have 16 on the shot clock. Pierce Baez is fouled.
Patrick Brown reaching in, trying to stop him on the move inside against the zone, trying to rip the ball away. Picks up a quick 2 fouls now.
It's on Joshua Lee.
Joshua Lee, sorry.
6-4 Queensborough. Bronx. It's Pierce Baez. Good ball movement. Shot clock doesn't reset. Broncos with the second chance. Nice fake, or maybe not, because Pierce Baez is called for traveling. But a lot of quick passes. The ball doesn't stick. Just constant movement. Doing well in the passing game. Missed a few shots, though. White to James Wells. Shrestha. Inside, the shot by Light is no good. Pierce Baez going high up for the rebound. Nice pass. Almonte left alone for 3 and hits. Johan Almonte puts the Broncos up 7-6. And a little pressure in the corner. White dribbles through 2 Broncos, and then timeout is called by Clarence Amenjo. Full timeout. Not thrilled with how his team is handling the press.
Got to do a better job of getting that ball up court, or else they're not going to be in this ball game with Bronx. So we'll see what happens from here.
Queensborough comes into this game 0-4 in the CUNY. They've lost to LaGuardia, BMCC, Kingsborough, and Hostos. They'll face all of those teams again in the second half of the season, and they'll face Bronx twice, including this game.
Well, you know, you gotta win your conference games. They played some of those on the road. They're going to have Kingsborough in here. They'll have BMCC in here later in the year. Be nice if they could win their home games, Dave, and even up those marks. But you know, they're going to have to play better ball overall. They just in a little bit of a funk in the second year of Carl Amengo's regime, and they need to straighten some things out, become a winning team.
And Bronx has won a few games at the wire. They beat Kingsborough in double overtime. They beat LaGuardia by 2.
Yeah, they're
Eric
probably
Light.
not the team they were. That ball's going to end up out of bounds. They're going to keep it with Queensborough. They're not the team they were, but last year they lost to Jody King's Hostos team in the CUNY final, and they broke their run.
Shrestha for three. It's an air ball.
Dr. Jody King, by the way.
And traveling is called at the other end. And then Jody King went to Mercy College on Dobbs Ferry in Division II. He has a lot of guys from Region 15 on his team. And there's a turnover. Nice dribbling. And a tough shot that goes off the shot clock. Very helter-skelter pace here at the beginning.
Yeah, very helter-skelter. Well, following Mercy for about 5 solid years, they were getting a good ball player at one point, but Dr. Jody King's going to get them a real good ball player over there. There's a giveaway and another basket for Bronx.
Press is causing some problems. Light. So they threw the ball away and then gave up an uncontested layup. It's 9-6 Broncos. Bibbin in the corner to Eric Light. Light, it goes to James Wills, and Wills' shot is way off. Brian Berrios coming the other way. And an ankle breaker on Chateau. And then outside, Almonte for three. It is no good, and rebounded by Eric Light.
Good rebound by Light as he got back to the baseline, the young player out of Forest Hills.
Shrestha, and Wills kicks it out of bounds. What's going on here?
Got to be able to handle the ball, David, if you're going to get into your offense, and Bronx gets it back. They haven't looked very sure handling the ball either.
Look for Berrios, number one on the Broncos, leading the team with a little over 16 points per game. There he is, gives it to Morris. As I said, the ball doesn't stick. A lot of quick passes. Berrios for three. And he hits. From downtown, Brian Berrios gets in the scoring column. 12-6 Broncos. And then a foul is called about 88 feet away from the basket.
They always have those guys on Bronx, though, that can drill those three-pointers and step up and hit them when you need them. Remember, they started out in tough fashion in the championship game against Queensborough a couple of years ago. Just started making plays.
Eric Light, he was on the Queensborough squad that lost to the Broncos in the CUNY title game. And here's Chateau, who was also on that team. Chateau, the tough two, is no good. And the Broncos running the other way, 5 minutes in. Berrios, another three, and that's no good. Over the back foul is called.
Trying to go up and get that rebound on a push-off, and he'll give it back to Queensborough. But the problem when you're facing this Bronx team is, maybe the players aren't as good as they were 2 years ago, but you got a good quality of player at every position.
Shrestha all the way to the basket. It's no good, and then Chateau hung on the rim.
You know what I mean? Everybody you put on the court, I'm sorry, not to belabor that point.
No, I mean, the 2012 team for Bronx was obscenely talented.
Yeah, but everybody you put on the court can play for Bronx, so you're going to have to be really focused. Queensborough in a zone right now.
Broncos leading 12-6, looking to extend the lead. A foul called away from the ball. Illegal screen against Morris. That's his second foul. And Morris will go to the bench with the two fouls.
Yeah, see, they're not happy with that type of play, and they'll pull him right out of the game now. That's not good enough.
Light. 5.5 minutes in. Shrestha. Sven Hunt inside Chateau, and a foul is called on the entry pass.
Chateau going for the ball. He had Capiano right on his back there.
Inside loose ball. It's picked up by the Bronx. Pierce Baez the other way. Pull-up jumper is an air ball. It goes out of bounds. With all of his momentum, he didn't want the shot to be too strong. Of course, it was too light and it was an air ball.
There have been spots where Queensborough's had a chance to take advantage, but they haven't had the ability to, and now they'll take a timeout.
Eric Light didn't want to turn it over on a 5-second violation, so timeout is called. As Jordan Chateau has his hand taped by the trainer.
So who do you think is the best team in this CUNY Conference this year? If it's not Bronx, who would you think would be?
BMCC and LaGuardia have both been excellent, both been ranked in the top 10 nationally. It's been a weird year, especially in the region. It's anybody can beat anybody on any given night, which is a little cliche to say. You can always say that, but a few years ago, Sullivan and Bronx were clearly head and shoulders above everybody. It's not like that this year.
And before that, Hostos would be there, or Queensborough. But yeah, it's not like that anymore. Not like that the last couple of years, anyway.
Wills going to the basket, and he puts it in off glass. Nice move by James Wills. It's 12-8. Barrios dribbled it off his foot, but it goes to Pierce Baez.
But you see, even with their little lack of championship or inconsistency, Hostos won it last year anyway.
Yeah.
So
Williams.
Now they have a new hierarchy over there, though.
Barrios. Pass was tipped. They're down to 10 on the shot clock, and traveling is called. It's funny, their passing is so good, it's almost like nobody's looking to shoot.
That's Ty McFarland trying to grab the ball in and step forward at the same time, and a little out of concert.
And there's a steal from behind. Pierce Baez got behind the defense, and he lays it in off glass. 14-8.
But again, Queensborough, a turnover for a turnover.
And another turnover. Barrios faked the three.
Talking to Teron Simpson on the bench before the game. If you turn over the ball, you're not going to win the game tonight. You can't turn the ball over too much.
Bronx ball. Chateau got a hand in on it. He'll stay with the Broncos. 27 on the shot clock. Jorge Tavares goes in for the Broncos.
Of course, the Queensborough coaches' patience might be running out a little bit because they came in last year with the clean slate, having taken over for Bob Holford, but they want to see some progress this year.
Joshua Lee had a tough angle. The Broncos save it in. Almonte. Almonte, is he going to take the three? He gives it to Tavares. Bounce pass.
He's the point guard. He's going to size it up and control things.
Almonte outside. Barrios fakes a three. Nice move. Kick out. Almonte fakes. Goes inside. Loose ball. And a foul is called. I can't remember seeing a team at this level that passes so much.
Yeah, well, they do have about 2 or 3 point guards on the court the way they play. I mean, I told you, Almonte looked like a point guard, but actually Barrios is the point guard out there.
There's Barrios giving it up. Barrios. Sean Kelly yelling out the play from the bench. Barrios going inside all the way to the basket. The shot goes into the rim. And now Queensborough the other way. Joshua Lee. Lee counted on the foul. Lee with the tough shot off glass.
Joshua Lee, who played right across the street in high school, Benjamin Cardoso, made a Benjamin Cardoso move that time. What is a Benjamin Cardoso move? An athletic move.
Lee finishes the three-point play. Actually, the coach there, Ron Niclario, recently won his 700th game.
And he won a championship, by the way, that he'd been in search of for many, many, many years.
Yeah, won in 1999 and then had to wait a while, but he won in 2014.
With great players, by the way. Great players.
Yes, and traveling is called.
You know what his problem was? It starts with an A and an L. Abraham Lincoln.
Wouldn't that be an A and a B that it starts with?
A name, yes.
Okay, so the initials were A and L. Back to this game, by the way. Bronx leading 14-11. Lee airballs a 3.
Short. I talked about speaking to Teron Simpson before the game, just to go back to Cardoso for 1 second. He had played there also, by the way.
Yeah. Good ball movement by the Bronx. Now can they get a good look out of it? Tavares.
Almost a travel, but he held it off.
Down to 12 on the shot clock. Almonte to Tavares. Nice pass inside. The shot was blocked by Chateau. Loose ball picked up by Hunt.
Good D by the Tigers. They stayed in there and played the D right through that shot clock.
Inside Chateau. Nice spin move and the dunk. Chateau makes it 14-13.
Get tough, big man. Come on, he has some size. He's got to be assertive in there.
Barrios going baseline. Handoff. McFarguhar puts it in off glass. 16-13. Milton getting it done inside. Chateau to Hunt. White.
You like to see Queensborough Tigers use those two big men they have set up at the high and low post right now. Just, milk it a little bit.
White. We hear Chateau. Outside shot is no good. Wills tries to save it in. Saves it to the Bronx, though. Almonte to Barrios. Barrios pulls up. Back outside to Almonte. Almonte being guarded by Lee. Williams back to Almonte. Barrios asking for it. Gets it. Shoots. And misses. White with the rebound. 2-on-2. White makes his move to the basket. And he puts it in off glass.
Good choice by White. He didn't have a passing lane. He took it to the basket like he should have and laid it in.
16-15 Broncos. Long pass Williams. The shot is good. Nice shot for Williams. It's 18-15. Good game here in the first.
Yeah, you'd love to see Queensborough start to turn it on. Let's face it, even when they went to the final 2 years ago, for most of that year, they were not playing well for Holford.
Hunt inside, and Hunt puts it in off glass, just as you said. Let's see if they can get it to the bigs down low.
Can you say finger roll on that one? That was nice.
Almonte
stay
inside.
In that zone, yes.
Wave off the basket. It's a charge against Almonte. Nice job by Chateau to take the contact.
They used the height of the zone and forced that contact there, like you said. And Bronx is forced to put in like a little more of a beefy customer. They get him off the bench.
9 minutes to play in the first. Broncos leading the Tigers 18-17. It's a loose ball. And it's Pierce Baez. And he gets the friendly roll.
Yeah, that's exactly what you don't want to do against the Bronx. Give them those easy baskets.
2017. Lee going inside to the basket, and it's good. And timeout is called by Sean Kelly, who's starting to get a little sick of Joshua Lee and his 8 points. 8:32 to go in the first. 2019 Broncos.
If they could stop turning over the ball, I think Queensborough's ahead in this ball game. Once again, question of how well you're able to play. Don't worry about Bronx. You know what you're dealing with. But you got to execute. You got to make plays and get the big men involved like they did on that stuff by Jordo and, go to work.
Just a 30-second timeout taken by Kelly, who was at Bergen County before he came to the Bronx. I was joking with him. He didn't realize before I told him this, he's the longest tenured coach at this level out of the 6 and
right.
men's community college level. Because Jody left Hostos.
I think his father's the longest acting athletic director, too, in tenure,
That's
I
at
would
BMCC.
say. Yeah.
Steve Kelly.
So they have endurance, those Kellys. Well, he's actually the longest tenured coach because everybody else has left.
Yeah.
He's only been there 3 years.
Williams misses, rebounded by White.
He's done a pretty nice job in his 3 years, though. Won one championship.
Light three-pointer is no good. Chateau comes up with the rebound. Spin move inside. Couldn't get it. Got his own rebound, and then is blocked from behind. He was looking for a whistle.
He's looking for the foul call, but had to take that ball up stronger.
Outside, there's a fake. Pierce Baez, kick out. Williams. Barrios, 15 on the shot clock.
You know what I mean, Dave? If you're that big, you're not letting those smaller guys get the ball away from you
and
like that.
the refs won't give you the benefit of the doubt when that happens. 5 on the shot clock. Jumper is no good. Queensborough with the ball and a chance to take the lead. James Wills. Chateau. Somebody's got to come over and help. Gets it to Wills. Wills. Foul on the floor. It's against Brian Barrios.
Well, he got himself out of a travel on that and got the foul on Barrios because it looked like maybe an extra step was taken, but the call goes Queensborough's way and he'll end up at the line. So you'll take the breaks. You're not going to complain.
It's number 1 on number 1, Barrios.
Yeah, they want to get Barrios out of the game right now because they want to give him a little rest. He's had to go up and down continuously.
Wills makes the front end of the 1-and-1.
But I would say, looking at it from Kelly's perspective, Barrios might be his most important player because I think he really controls the tempo on that team.
Leading scorer for the Broncos in terms of points per game as the free throws are split and saved in by Pierce Baez. 20-20, 7:10 to go in the first. Inside, tough shot is short and rebounded by Chateau.
They didn't come up successfully there on the basket, but you see they bring another guy in the game and the production really doesn't drop off all that much. So you might get Barrios out of the game, but you still got to stick to that tough defense. You can't slack off any.
23 on the shot clock for Queensborough. Eric Light inbounding. Wills. Wills to Chateau, and a foul is called against the Broncos.
They're really trying to bang Chateau and keep him out of that inside area.
Sean Estrella. And he did something you usually don't see. He said, yeah, I committed the foul.
He looks like a foul guy, with the legs and the arms. He's pretty strong.
Chateau makes the front end of the 1-and-1, and Queensborough leads 21-20.
That's their first lead, I believe, since the early seconds in the game when they converted that layup right off the opening Jimmy. Helps if you can shoot your free throws as a big man. He made 1 of 2. I guess they'll take that for now.
Bronx looking to take back the lead. It's Williams for 3, and it's good. Williams from downtown. 23-21 Broncos.
Yeah, they always have someone who could knock down that 3.
Hey, the first game may have just been an appetizer for this, right?
Yeah.
I'll stay with Queensborough with 25 on the shot clock. That game didn't really get going until the second half. This has been good since the opening tip. Light inbounding, and Jorge Tavares guarding him. Inside, Hunt. Hunt puts it in off glass. That's what size does. It's 23-23.
23-23, it's all knotted up.
Inside, and
Foul.
traveling is called, went up and down.
Yep.
Estrella.
You know, Bronx, with their program, Bronx is in that Seton Hall, CW Post area where no matter who graduates, no matter who comes in, the team is never as good as when you add up all their parts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You think you're going to beat them, you think you're better than them, but they always find a way to win anyway. And I saw that with CW Post for about 5 years in the ECC.
So it was a turnover against the Broncos.
Or was it the NYCAC? No, it was the ECC. They changed the names of these conferences so many times you don't know anymore.
And the teams changed conferences.
And they changed their uniforms.
Yeah,
but
you don't know who's coming or going.
Bronx had a green uniform, right? Now they have a black one.
Yeah,
I
and the
think.
women had the silver grayish look. Light makes the shot. It's 25-23 Queensborough.
Queensborough's playing very well. They really are. They're taking what Bronx is giving them, and they're not forcing anything.
And there's a turnover. Last touch by SV Tavares.
They're going to get Barrios back in there. I'm sorry, David.
And Barrios is back in there. It's a long pass, and Hunt goes up and gets it.
Please forgive me, because I never meant to cut anybody off. You know?
There's a turnover, and Pierce Baez the other way, and he lays it in. 25-25, and like you said earlier, you can't turn it over against the Broncos. It leads to that.
Yeah, because they know how to lay it in, too. He took the long drive on that one.
And Light puts it in off glass. That's 6 points for Light. It's 27-25 Tigers.
See, when they don't turn it over, they end up with a pretty darn good shot, Queensborough.
Williams is called for traveling.
I saw this exact game because I keep looking at Bronx and I keep seeing the colors of CW Post. I saw this exact game between Queens and CW Post about 5 years ago.
Tipped, he gets to Hunt.
Queens just down the road, Queens College over here.
Are they going to get Light for pushing off?
I think they are. The difference between Queensborough and Queens is this is a community college. That's a four-year college, and this is a Division III program. That was a Division II.
It's funny, Queens College is a CUNY school, but they're not in the CUNY Athletic Conference.
And let me tell you, there's some Queensborough guys who went over to play at Queens College, by the way, after they got out of here. So they're a lot related more than you think. I hope I said that right.
SV Tavares lost that on the way up, and Queensborough has the ball. 4 minutes to go. Queensborough leading 27-25. Light to Wills. Wills for three, and it's good! James Wills from downtown.
Ow!
30-25 Queensborough.
By the way, it was a rumor, and it never really came to fruition, but Joe Meade was rumored to be going over there to Queens when he left here, but he never went there.
Joe Medina went down to Florida. Instead is Pierce Baez hits, and he has 10 points in the first half. A quiet 10. It's 30-27.
You have to play D again. They hit a big three, and you can't let up because they'll find the openings.
Chateau. Long pass to Light. Light jumper from the free throw line rattles out. Barrios had his pocket picked by Gill, and Gill throws up a wild one, rebounded by Wills to Gill, who puts it in off glass. 32-27, under 3 minutes to go in the first.
17 very good minutes by Queensborough. It's going to take a lot more, though. They're leading it by 5 right now. Math is correct, right? 5.
Yes.
All right.
That's right. Barrios outside Williams. A long three is good. Another three for Williams. It's 32-30. 2.5 to play in the first.
Now they'll run their 3 series here. See what 3 is. It happens to be a steal by 3.
And there's a foul. As Pierce Baez went up.
Pierce Baez picked that ball off the court when it came free, and again a turnover hurting Queensborough. That's been their major nemesis in this game. That's been their sore point, so to speak. And if the free throws are made, we have an even game again.
Makes the first. It's 32-31. Pierce Baez with 11 points. So a few subs go in for each team.
By the way, I was talking about that CW Post Club. The leader of that CW Post Club then went over to Iona, and he leads the Iona program now as head coach. So when you do well, you get rewarded, you move on, you know.
Free throws are split. It's 32-31. And another steal, and here's Pierce Baez. And he misses the layup. He didn't know if he wanted to lay it in or dunk, and he missed. Loose ball, Lee puts it in off glass. And there's a little 4-point swing. Instead of Bronx by 1, it's Queensborough by 3. And then Morris is called for traveling. He lost his footing.
Yeah, well, you'll take the breaks, David. You won't complain about it.
No. No apologizing either.
Because you know they can go the other way, and you're going to be in the loss column. So
1:45 to go in the half. 34-31 Queensborough, and they have the ball. Wills to Shrestha. They go inside to Chateau. Spin move. Little shot in the lane is no good. Wills the offensive rebound. Shrestha for 3. It's good. Bibbin from downtown. His first points of the game. 37-31 Queensborough.
Well, haven't seen all the Queensborough games this year, but this has to be one of their better ones to this point.
Broncos trying to answer back. Inside kick out, three-pointer for Morris hits. 37-34, 1 minute to go. I don't think either team is led by double digits in this game. It's been tight throughout.
It's uncanny with Bronx.
Lee missed, rebounded by Morris. Barrios the other way. Barrios puts it in off glass. Nice move.
Yeah, one to the left hand, went all the way to the glass and put it in. But it's uncanny that no matter how far you get, you got to be alert because Bronx will come right back at you. And now a timeout taken.
Timeout called by Queensborough with 32 seconds to go. Bibbin was in a bit of trouble.
So 19 and a half good minutes, and Queensborough's going to need another 20 and a half good minutes to win this game. And if they're capable of doing it in the second half, you know what? They deserve this game tonight because they're playing once again a team that is not easy to beat, even on your home court.
No. And the Broncos have been used to the close games. I said they beat Kingsborough in double overtime. They beat LaGuardia by 2. So they've been battle tested.
And you know what? We watched Bronx a couple of years ago, and you could, like you said, you could see the talent on that team. But you wonder how that's going to hold up over the years when you're running a program. And you're obviously not going to have that amount of talent on the floor at one time every year. And then you wonder how they mold their teams every year. And you watch Bronx and you see how it's done.
Not the talent of 11, 12, 13, but they've come a long way since 03, 04.
But the same concepts and the same way of going after it. So, the end result seems to be the same all the time until you get to the championship game anyway. And
they won 3 of those in a row, and they made it last year and played Hostos pretty tough.
And we're talking to their assistant coach on the bench before the game, and that's basically what he was saying.
Yeah. Bibbin, another 3. It's no good. Gets his own rebound. The floater is no good. Rebounded by Morris. They can hold for the final shot if they want. Morris kick out. They have 10 seconds left, and it's turned over. Well, pressure being put on. 9 seconds to go. Light gets it back. 8 seconds. 7, 6. Bibbin. Pull up 3 is good. Bibbin from downtown to end the half. And Queensborough leads it 40-36.
Well, we remember 2 years ago in the semifinal, we were saying, is that the shooter's bounce or the shooter's roll against Hostos? That's what that was right there. And they get it. And they go in the locker room 4 points ahead at halftime.
Nice half for Queensborough.
By the way, that assistant coach was Warren Thompson, right? A splendid gentleman.
Yes, he was here for the Shannon McKinnon era as well, and Kelly kept him when he came in. So we'll see in the second half if Queensborough can hold on to this lead.
Quality opponent in the building and a quality first half by Queensborough.
Second half about to begin. Queensborough leading 40-36.
You know, David, I was telling you this off the air, but we're on the air, our version of the air, and Queensborough Bronx games, you know, they're good games.
This is good.
It's nice to show up here, even in 20-degree weather, and do it.
This is a big day, the great women's game. Really
Felt
good.
like I was going to Soldier Field today, you know.
There's a foul against the Bronx. Great men's game. Great women's game.
I'm not going to say Green Bay because there's nothing like that, but Soldier Field used to get pretty cold too at this time of year.
Would have been
Chicago.
Loose ball is picked up by the Bronx.
Oh, boy.
There's a layup off glass. Morris
I
puts it in.
too soon, right?
Yeah, as usual. 40-38.
I said 40 good minutes is what it's going to take.
Well, they played 20 so far, and Chateau misses.
And you know that the Broncos made their adjustments at halftime on that bench there.
Chateau called for a foul. He can't believe it.
And got to keep the big man out of foul trouble. He hasn't had that problem so far. He has 2.
And Bronx has just tied the game at 40.
That was sneaky.
Yeah, Morris, back-to-back shots. He has 10 points. Chateau going inside. Chateau counted on the foul, and Queensborough takes the lead.
Chateau bringing it to another plateau on that one. And now Queensborough with the 2-point lead. Foul was on number 25.
Chateau finishes the 3-point play. It's 43-40.
Campiano.
There's Morris. Pierce Baez to Morris. Almonte reversing the ball. Is Barrios going to the basket? Kick out 3 for Almonte. He's left all alone, and he hits. Almonte ties the game. 43-43, 18:30 to go. Joshua Lee, who had 11 points in the first half, and traveling is called. Good ball denial by the Broncos.
Well, Chateau makes the 3-point play down on the low block down there, and then Almonte comes back with a 3 to tie the game, and we're all even again. And Queensborough in the zone right here.
Almonte directing traffic. Pierce Baez back to Almonte. Swings it, Barrios. Bibbin guarding him. Pass Pierce Baez to Almonte to Barrios. Inside, 12 on the shot clock. Almonte another 3. It's good. Almonte with back-to-back threes to tie the game and then to give the Broncos a lead.
Well, the Broncos going up against that zone with the three guys outside.
Lee can't tie the game. Loose ball. Barrios picks it up. Lee breaks up the pass intended for Pierce Baez. Bibbin being hounded. Joshua Lee gets across half court. Lee all the way to the basket and puts it in off glass. What a move by Lee. It's 46-45. Almonte loses it. Bibbin the other way for QCC. And then pulls it back. Almonte got the hand in, and there's a tie-up. Possession arrow gives it to the Bronx.
Seeing a lot of guard play right now, and it's 46-45 in terms of lead going to the Bronx. Let's see what Queensborough's able to do. They're putting three men up top, Bronx, and working it with those three guards right now.
Almonte. Pierce Baez. 3-second violation.
Forced the turnover there because he didn't get out of the lane, and the big man's job is to keep the flow going without getting that infraction.
Bibbin, pass was tipped and then went off of his head, and then it's thrown right back to the Tigers. Lee to Bibbin. Loose ball. And after all of that, Brian Barrios has it. Bounce pass to Pierce Baez, who puts it in off glass. 48-45 Broncos, 16:30 to go. Joshua Lee calling out the play. Chateau, tough shot is no good. Tip, Chateau gets it back, and a foul is called.
Yeah, I would say keep going Chateau's way until they can stop him. And that's been a good source of offense tonight for the Tigers. And he got the foul there on the second effort to go to the line. They really don't have anybody big enough to match up with him down there. Number 25 is pretty tall, but he's not as strong.
Chateau hits the first.
I would say that this Chateau can really improve as a ball player. He's got something to work with for this coaching staff.
His second year for Queensborough as Chateau makes both. He has 10 points now. It's 48-47 Broncos. Almost 4 minutes in. Almonte to Barrios.
Now, this is the most talented big man they've had here since Leo Esonye a few years ago.
Down to 15 on the shot clock. Pierce Baez to Almonte. Barrios fakes a three. Now takes a three and misses. Tipped. And Chateau altered the shot.
Yeah, he got a piece of that.
And now Queensborough can take the lead. Lee makes his move and lost it. Here's Barrios with Hunt between him and the basket. Morris misses. Tipped, and Eric Light has it for the Tigers. Now Joshua Lee with it. Lee all the way to the basket, and he puts it in off glass.
Good for Lee, because Bronx tried to get a little too fancy that time, and they turned the ball over because they had an easier play and they made it a hard play.
There's a tough shot, and it's good. 50-49 Broncos, 5 minutes into the second half. There's Pierce Baez, who now has 15 points.
See, I don't think Sean Kelly minds when they go to the basket like that, but they can't get too fancy.
That will be Queensborough ball. Light inbounding.
There's good guard play, and then there's a little showmanship, and they've been guilty of that a few times, Bronx.
Chateau inside, and a foul is called. Or not.
What happened on that? They called him for traveling?
I believe they had him for traveling.
I would say keep pounding it in there to him because they're doing a pretty good job with that.
Yeah, I agree. Regardless of the traveling, he still had success down there.
And let him stay there and block up that middle because they're not getting good shots right now, the Bronx.
Barrios. Wills got a hand on it to break it up. Eric Light with the ball. Light bounce pass to Wills. Counted on the foul. James Wills gives Queensborough the lead. 51-50 Tigers.
So far the Tigers have played roughly about 26 good minutes.
That's the third foul on Brian Barrios.
The Tigers.
Wills misses the free throw, the common theme of the night.
They have the lead, though.
Yes, the women's game had a lot of the missed free throws. Queensborough in the zone.
Staying in that zone, which has really put a spike in the Bronx offense right now.
Almonte. There's a fake. Somebody's got to shoot. It's Williams for three. And he's fouled in the act of shooting.
Yeah, Hunt came out with a long extension, made it a tough shot for the player, but he fouled him. He got him with the long arms.
Morris will go to the line.
But you know what? You really don't mind that much because the Tigers played such intense defense. They're really digging in on the defensive end. So, you could slip up here and there.
Although you don't like fouling the three-point shooter, especially in the act of shooting 22 feet away from the basket.
But you do like the intensity.
Yes.
And,
Morris makes both. Excuse me, he has one more. The first two. Was fouled while shooting a three-pointer, and Morris makes all three free throws. And it's 53-51 Bronx. Low pressure being put on by the Broncos.
you got to stay cool.
And he left his feet to make a pass. Barrios to Almonte to Pierce Baez. 55-51. And there's another near turnover.
Well, that's what people like to see, that touch pass, that little dunk in there, and then they get the layup, and a good play by Bronx. But once again, the Tigers, they can't let that get them down. They have to stay focused.
White, double team, gets it to Joshua Lee. Lee, tough shot, counted on the foul.
And they did stay focused, and they got a good shot out of it. Are they going to count it?
Yeah, he's hit his
Basket?
quota
They are.
of wild shots tonight. That's the third foul on Morris.
You got to remember, you're in a ball game right now, and it's not about who's fancier or who makes a better play. It's who gets the ball in the basket.
55-53 Broncos, 13:25 to go. Barrios, here's Almonte. You got to watch out for him. He hit back-to-back threes earlier in the half. Pierce Baez inside and tried to get it to Almonte, but it was stolen. Loose ball picked up by Light to Hunt. And Hunt with the dunk to tie the game.
See, these guards, they can be flashy, but they also can mishandle the ball at times for Bronx, so you got to stay focused.
The whistle is blown. I'm not sure why.
They're good little ball handlers, and there is a whistle, and it's staying with Bronx here.
May have been something with the shot clock. I'm not sure. Anyway, it's 55-55, under 13 minutes to play.
They handle the ball well at times, but then they'll turn it over, too.
Chateau with the block. Lee going to the basket, and it's a blocking foul against the Broncos. And Sean Kelly wasn't pleased with the call. Saying, what is he supposed to do? That's number 3 on Almonte.
We don't mind, Sean. We'll take that one.
Lee makes the first.
Come on, you want to win all the games. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, been a while since Queensborough beat the Bronx.
Yep.
And Almonte will go to the bench.
I guess that's what makes you a good coach, though. You know, you don't want to lose any of them.
Lee makes both. It's 57-55. Lee has 19 points.
Carl Lamengo, very understated over there, just directing things. It's a 2-point game right now. His team is in.
This is for the lead. It's no good. Morris the rebound. And Morris' shot is sent away by Chateau. Blade tried to save it in. It'll stay with the Broncos.
Boy, is Chateau playing like a big man or what?
Really
With the
changes
blocks
things in the paint.
As my old friend Steve Summers would say, what with the dunks and the blocks and everything.
Nearing a 5-second violation. They got it in time. Barrios, he's been quiet tonight, only 5 points. He's the team's leading scorer on the season, and there he is. We're tied at 57.
Can't get any tighter than this one.
Tied at 57 with 12 minutes to go, and Light gives Queensborough the lead.
You know what? I think Queensborough's going to stay right in this ball game. We're down to now the 11.5 mark. So
Barrios, a long three, and that's no good. And the pass was overthrown. Light saved it in. And Lee will take it back out. Chateau a long two. It's no good. That's not really his shot. Back is Pierce Baez, and a foul is called against the Tigers.
2 Tigers swatting in there. You hope it's not Chateau's third, because that might hurt a little bit, but it's not, fortunately.
But it's Light's third.
And that will hurt to a certain extent. When you talk about Carl Lamengo and this team making improvement, remember one thing. I know this is only Carl's second year as a head coach. First one is good. But remember this, Carl learned from one of the best coaches ever in the CUNY down at Baruch College, Ray Rankus, being an assistant coach with him for a few years. So you can't get a better teacher than that.
This free throw to tie the game, it's no good. It's still 59-58. Chateau saved it into Joshua Lee, and then Lee has his pocket picked.
Oh!
That's a blocking foul against Chateau.
Very dangerous, too, on the part of Mr. Pierce Baez, because he could have gotten hurt there.
That looked bad when he was up in the air and coming down.
Now, I say that because if you're looking to turn the Tigers into a winning team, to have someone like Rankus bring you through the ranks, so to speak, that helps. And that certainly became a winning program over there at Baruch College.
So Sean Kelly calls timeout. His Broncos trail Queensborough 59-58. This has been even closer than the first game, because that first game, the women's game that preceded this one, that didn't get going until about 18 minutes ago. This has been wire to wire.
Well, as I said, Chateau, what with the blocks and the dunks, I mean, he's really, I think, lit the fire for this team, because they need him to play like that. And there isn't a real big man on the court for Bronx, and they haven't been able to combat that to a certain
And how about
step.
Joshua Lee for Queensborough with 19 points?
Yeah, well, he's able to do his thing. I mean, if the lanes open up for him and Bronx has to be a little more tentative, then other people can take advantage. Lee has had a real good game.
And then for Bronx, you have Pierce Baez, who has 18 points. Morris, who has 13.
Yeah, they really had to come down, Bronx. I'll say this. They really had to struggle for their points. I mean, Queensborough's not giving them anything easily. And you like to see that, because I think if you could play good defense, you have half the battle, or maybe 3/4 of the battle there.
Yeah. So
And
Pierce
the
Baez
Tigers bring another big customer into the game. They want to give Chateau a little rest right now.
59-59.
You got to rest Chateau a little, have him ready for the stretch run because he's been doing a lot out there.
Friendly roll on the second free throw at 60-59. Broncos lead. Here's some pressure. And a near steal. And it is stolen by Morris. Good job to stay in bounds, and then he takes the three and hits. Timeout, Queensborough.
Yeah, a real good play to save that ball because he was out of bounds, had to jump inbounds to grab it, and then help get it cross court, and then he got it back.
And he couldn't touch it because he was still out of bounds, so he had to come back in. And luckily for him, the Queensborough guy didn't get to it in time.
He almost played leapfrog with the baseline on that.
Yeah. And then, if that's not impressive enough, then he hits the three-pointer.
Very good, very good. But remember, Queensborough's been in this game now for, 30 minutes, and they have to keep the pedal to the metal.
He said they need 40 good minutes. They've had 29 so far. $11:02 to go. Bronx leading 63-59.
This is doable. Can't turn over the ball, though. You have to be careful now.
Lee all the way to the basket, and a charge is called.
A lot of times those are very hard calls to make because you don't know if the guy had really established position in there, but the call went that way. So now you have to hitch it up and play D again.
And that was number 3 on Joshua Lee.
And Coach Amengo's calling out to them to be on their assignments because this is what it's going to take. Got to play D now.
Tavares, it's a three-pointer, and he is fouled in the act of shooting. That will be 3 free throws.
Now that one you didn't want. The other one you could get away with, but this can turn into a 7-point lead. Let's see.
And that's number 4 on Lee.
That's not good either.
As that rattles out. I thought that might have been number 3 on...
It's 4 on Lee, and they're going to have to take him out of the game. But
yeah, they called the foul on number 2. I thought it was on 22. Of course, I'm in the last row of the bleachers, so I'll side with the refs on that. It's 64-59. One of 3 from the line, but a 6-0 run for the Broncos. Queensborough down by 5, 10.5 minutes to play. There's a 5-second violation. Ball back to the Broncos. Just stayed right up on his man.
But Lee does have 4 fouls, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
According to the scoreboard.
Now you got to play D again. This is a little rough spot here. Let's see if they're able to navigate through it.
Pierce Baez. Bounce pass to Morris. Still have 15 on the shot clock. Here's Pierce Baez being guarded by Light. Tavares takes a 3. No good. Offense tip. No good. Rebounded by Chateau. James Wills. Wills going to the basket, and he puts it in. 64-61. Wills has 10 points.
My goodness. It wasn't easy for him.
Loose ball, and that'll be a tie-up.
It's going to be Bronx. Oh, it's going to be white ball. White ball. Bronx was pointing the other way. It's going to be Tiger ball, though.
Everybody always points their own way.
It's going to be Tiger ball, and they need to be patient here, David. They can't just come down and take any shot. They're down by 3. And they played so well tonight. You don't want to get careless now.
White, the shot is good. Eric White cuts the lead to 1.
Now that was a good shot. I mean, he had an open baseline and he took it.
64-63 Broncos. Here's Baez outside Morris. Here's Baez.
Play that tough D again.
And that's going to be a blocking foul against Wells.
They're going to put him at the line too, so not exactly a good defensive play there. And you're going to take him out of the game right now because he might be getting a little tired. See, when you play defense with your arms instead of your legs, that's what's going to happen when you play in that zone. And he reached in and he just shouldn't have done it. And they're talking to him about it now. They're really talking to him about it.
There's a 1-and-1. Pierce Baez makes the front end. He has 21 points on the night at 65-63.
Yeah, you don't want to be too tough on guys because Wills has played a good game tonight, really, for the most part. But when you're trying to get over that hump and win a big game, you got to pull the guy and tell him what he did wrong.
The free throws are split. Broncos lead 65-63, under 9 minutes to play. Lee to White. Bibbin, 3 for the lead is no good, and nothing but dark jerseys there for the rebound.
Yep. You get back on that D horse again. That's where you're going to win this game.
Here's Baez, Tavares, Newsom back outside. Double comes over. They're down to 10 on the shot clock. Little shot over Chateau, rims out. Picked up by the Broncos. It's Morris, and he'll dribble out.
A little indecisiveness by the big man allowed Bronx to sneak in there and get that rebound as that baseline came free.
Nice bounce pass inside. Got him up in the air. Tough shot blocked by Chateau. 8 minutes on the spot to go. 15 on the shot clock.
Yeah, I'll say this. Bronx has not had many easy shots in the second half.
I was to say, Lee has to be careful with the 4 fouls. He's been diving on the floor for some balls. You don't want to pick up a cheap foul. And
they're really playing good D, though. They just have to keep locked in and get the rebound after they do.
Morris beats the shot clock. It was running out. There were 3 seconds left, and he hits from downtown. 68-63.
Can't leave them that wide open on that.
White misses the 2. Mid-range shot. Sean Kelly wants his Broncos to run. There's a tough shot. It's good off glass. Williams now has 10 points.
See, that's the strength of the Bronx, though. They'll put new players in. They'll just step right in and do a job for them. So
Hunt, spin move. May have gotten away with the traveling. Outside, Bibbin Stresta for 3. It's no good. And rebounded by the Broncos. See if Queensborough takes a timeout if the Broncos score here. Tavares, nice fake inside. Williams, a tough 2. Air ball, there's a rebound. And Newsom puts it in.
They're going to need a timeout.
Oh, yeah. 72-63.
I think the Tigers are starting to show a little wear and tear from having to play that tough D, and they're not clearing the boards. They're giving them a few opportunities that they weren't giving them.
So all of a sudden, Queensborough trails by 9.
Got to give credit to Bronx. They hit a big 3. Then they came right down. They went right back to the attack. So this is a good basketball team that does not give up games easily. And the Tigers have, about 6 minutes to try to pull this one out here at home. They're down by 9 now.
Oh, it's been a wild day, a wild women's game. Back and forth men's game. Would have been Elvis's 80th birthday. Is Pete Marchitello's birthday today. A lot going on. 72-63.
No comment. You know, David, you know, when you're playing against a team that has this much stability, not even talent, just stability, it's not easy. You know, you get into a part of the game where the game just gets away in about 3 minutes. So right now, the Tigers are making their final appeal over there on the bench to come up with a couple of big plays, whether it's a three, a steal. They need something to light the fire again. It's still doable. There's a lot of time. There's 6:51. Question is, who's going to step up and do it? That's the question.
I don't think either team is led by double digits the whole game. The Bronx is up by 9 now. 6:47 to go.
And they're not going inside to Chateau as much. And
White, it's a long two. It's no good. Tipped. Morris with it for the Bronx. Pass was tipped and batted to Chateau. And Tavares is called for the foul.
yeah, I don't like to be critical, but if I have to pick on the Tigers' game plan a little bit, it's that they haven't tried to get the ball to those big men down the last 3 or 4 minutes. They've settled for the outside shot a lot, and you could see it on the scoreboard.
And Chateau is at the line now. He has 10 points on the night. Misses the front end of the 1-and-1. You got to make those if you want to get back in the game.
This is a must defensive stance right here.
Tavares, it's a long two, and another foul in the act of shooting.
That's a 2-pointer, right?
Yes. And that's number 4 on Eric Light. One more and he's done.
Well, as you said, this can move it now into double digits, and every time you have seconds tick off the clock, it gets tough.
73-63. $74-63. 11-point game. And you cannot have that if you're the Tigers.
I hope the Tigers haven't used up all the oil in those lanterns, because they played such a good game tonight against Bronx.
As you said, they need 40 good minutes, not 31 or 32. Under 6 minutes to play now. It's an 11-point game.
And you really have to be aggressive on the defense. You can't let them have anything open.
Tavares from downtown. 77-63. 12-0 run for the Broncos out of nowhere.
See, and this is not a 14-point game the way it's
well,
been
it is
played.
right now.
Yeah, it is, but it really isn't. And that's how good their program has become.
There's a three-pointer. It's no good. Lee chases down the rebound. Pierce Baez got the hand in, and a reach-in foul is called. It'll be 1-and-1. No, I think if the score holds up, what the play of the game is, it was 65-63, and the clock running out on the Bronx.
And the
Morris
foul,
hits
right?
a three. Well, Morris hit a three with 3 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, and that 3-point foul didn't help either.
No.
And
there were 2 of those.
Queensborough's really shot themselves in the foot on a couple of occasions.
Lee makes a free throw. 77-64 ends a 12-0 run. Lee has 20 points.
It's about execution, David. And if you're not used to winning games down the stretch, your warts are going to show after a while, whatever they are.
77-65, 5:15 to go. Wonder if Queensborough will go into a little pressing.
There's still time, though. They just have to stay positive and stay aggressive.
Williams outside. Tavares another three, and he hits. SV Tavares.
See, now he brought a shooter off the bench to really knock this game out of the park, and that's what I mean about the parts that they work with.
Lee off glass. He has 23 points.
You got to look at the sum of the parts,
Yes.
not the talent as much.
Four and a half minutes to play.
Really gutsy shots by Tavares, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Here's another three-pointer. That one is by Morris. It's no good. White going to the basket, and he misses. And Bronx did a good job not to foul him the way they went up without.
And you know what? I think Light thought he was going to get fouled,
Yes.
and he let up, and he didn't go to the basket, really, with that.
4 minutes to play. Broncos lead 80-67.
Still time, but Queensborough needs a major couple of breaks here, and we'll see if they can get them.
Timeout called by Sean Kelly.
Good game tonight, David. This is a basketball fan's game.
Yes.
It's been played well on both sides. I think Queensborough can become a decent team if they keep working at it, but they're playing a team that's already a better than decent team tonight.
Instead of time running out, they have 10 games in the CUNY this year, and if the score holds up, they're going to be 0-5. And
but
there's been progress, but as Bill Parcells famously said, you are what your record says you are.
If you don't win, it's not enough. But they're going to have some home games coming up, and they have to win some of those home games and then start to build a little momentum. They can be proud that they really didn't give up in this game. Let's see how it goes with 3:58 to go.
Pierce Baez. See if they run a little clock here.
You haven't really seen a rush play by Bronx over the last 6-7 minutes. Nothing that they've really tried to go with too soon. There they let go of the ball, but the tie-up is going to go to
can't believe that call.
They're going to call a foul on that. I thought they were going to call a tie-up.
Well, that's number 5 on Lee.
He's gone.
I was saying he keeps diving for all these balls. You don't want to pick up one like that.
You said that before, and played his heart out tonight.
It's number 5 on Lee.
Are they sure it's number 5? Because he's staying out there as if there had been a mistake made.
I don't know.
Or are they trying to get the substitute? No, they didn't get the substitute in there, Shretza.
So Lee fouls out with 23 points.
Well, I think these free throws are going to make it very difficult if he makes them.
But he does not, and it's still 80-67. White. Shot is no good. Wills with the rebound. And a foul against the Broncos.
Good job by Wills to get in there and get between the Bronx players to grab that rebound, and then somebody caromed into him. So anything you can do right now to hang in this game is going to be a must for the Tigers. You got to hit these free throws now.
It's a 1-1.
No.
First one is no good.
Wasn't even close to being good. He just fell off the free throw line there.
3:25 to go. Queensborough not pressing. Barrios. Dribble it out. They're content to let some time run off.
Yeah, you got to make some time with the ball. You got to come after them and try to steal that ball. And
inside, Morris is fouled. They took 29 seconds off the clock, and they're going to go to the line for 2 shots. And that's number 5 on Eric Light. He's done for the night.
Yeah, that's it for him, too. And that's the position they're in anyway, because when you go after the ball, that's what's going to happen. And then they get it down low, and they start getting their guys to the line. I would say the Tigers have to start looking for the 3 right now to get themselves in range.
Well, they need to get the ball first.
Yeah, that they need to do.
And Tavares is fouled. Hard foul, but not a dirty foul. And that will go on Chateau, and that will be number 4, I believe. It is. Tavares.
How about the impact he's had on the game? I'm sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
The back-to-back threes were huge.
And the free throw now, and
82-67.
You have a couple of specialists, it means a lot.
Well, it was close. It was 65-63 Broncos, and they've been on a 17-4 run, and it's now 82-67 with 2:40 to go. And I don't see Queensborough coming back in this.
No, I don't see it either. I think they're just run out of octane in this one.
Tough to put together 40 minutes against the Bronx. 2:25 to go. Queensborough, if the score holds, will drop to 0-5 in CUNY. And then they get to face every team again. Shot is no good.
Well, what's to say they can't beat a few of those teams, as they picked up some valuable lessons in these games.
James Wills scores. He has a dozen points, 82-69. Under 2 minutes to play.
Remember the year they had with Gregory Steele, that year?
Nice move by Barrios to make it 84-69.
They were on the bottom of the CUNY all year, and they went to the final anyway. So it's the type of league where you know each other very well, and it's a full season, just like it's a full 40 minutes.
Yeah, or even look at the year 2 years ago where they were struggling and made the CUNY championship game.
Yeah, that was remarkable because we didn't expect it, and we were here, but when they had Steele, I was doing a couple of games a year and on TV, and they didn't look good at all.
Morris slays it in. Nice night for him, 21 points. Tied for the team lead with Pierce Baez. 1 minute to go, 86-69, and a reach and foul.
You know who this is tough on, David? It's tough for the guys on the bench coaching the team because they know that they were close in this one and they can't seem to get it in the win column, and they have to be a little worried at this point,
Just learning to win, one of those things
not
that
easy.
You can't teach. You only teach through experience, I suppose, as the first one is off.
Job of a head coach is not easy, and they keep stressing the fundamentals, the focus, and they'll get that. But when it gets down to about the 6 minute mark, then you have to make or break, and sometimes that doesn't happen.
Free throws are split. It's 86-70. Final minute of play. So it's funny, the women's game was so-so for 30 minutes, and the final 10 were great.
Yeah.
Or I should say 20.
Yeah, I have to say, if some guys didn't encounter foul problems, though, this is not a 16-point game. More about it like a 10-point, 7-point game.
And traveling is called. A game almost like the CUNY championship game where the final score may not be indicative of how close it was throughout.
Well, the Tigers did a lot of good things tonight, but they might have been a couple of specialists short. Let's put it that way. And Tavares came off the bench and added something, and then another guy came in and made a couple of plays, and believe me, this Bronx team is to be reckoned with again come CUNY tournament time. They're not going to be easy.
Broncos can just dribble it out. 5 seconds to go, shot clock off, and that will do it. Tough loss for Queensborough. back and forth throughout the game. And for me, the play of the game, it was still 65-63. Queensborough playing great defense for 30 seconds, and then Morris speeding the shot clock. And that started a 12-0 run, which put the game away. And now Queensborough is 0-5 in the conference.
Yeah, and as we stated it several times, you're not playing a winning team, you're playing a winning program.
Yeah.
And we saw that, as I said, with Seton Hall. I saw it with CW Post over the years. In its heyday, we saw it with St. John's. Not as much anymore, but they're trying to elevate themselves back up there. They had a couple of tough games this week too. So, but you know, you're really playing against a program in this case, and the more you learn about how to do it, better chance you have next time out. They play them again there at Bronx.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's not going to be easy at all. But,
No.
You never know. They might be able to pull that one out. Who knows?
Good. Thanks for watching. For Joe Massey, this is David Russell. The final, Bronx 86, Queensborough 70.